Welcome to today's edition of the AII, watching stock news, deal tracker, and advancements in artificial intelligence. Hey everyone, this is Sam Mowers here. Welcome to another episode of the AII podcast. For stock news today, Microsoft has announced a new suite of AI solutions for its Cloud for Nonprofit service, and NVDA is partnering with ServiceNow for generative AI across enterprise IT. Then we're going to take a look at some projections for the global AI chips market. But just before we get into today's show, a quick reminder that if you enjoy this podcast, please feel free to share it or leave us a review. And as always, I recommend checking out some of the other podcasts on InvestorIdeas.com. This includes the Cannabis Podcast, the Clean Tech and Climate Change podcast, along with many others, all of which will bring you up to speed on the latest stock news and trends in their respective spaces. All right, so to start off, Microsoft, which trades on the NASDAQ under the ticker symbol MSFT, has announced a suite of new AI solutions and improvements to Microsoft Cloud for Nonprofit. These aim to transform the nonprofit industry and how fundraisers engage with donors, manage campaigns, and optimize operations. Notably, AI capabilities have been added to the service's fundraising and engagement tools. Justin Spellhaug, the Vice President and Global Head for Tech for Social Impact at Microsoft, said, quote, "Simply put, AI can and will be a game changer for nonprofits and fundraisers. With these new AI solutions, we aim to empower nonprofits and fundraisers to achieve more and to create a more positive and rewarding experience for donors." End quote. Next up, NVDA Corporation, which trades on the NASDAQ as NVDA, and ServiceNow, which trades on the New York Stock Exchange as NOW, have announced a partnership to develop powerful enterprise-grade generative AI capabilities that can transform business processes with faster, more intelligent workflow automation. According to the press release, ServiceNow is leveraging NVIDIA's software, services, and accelerated infrastructure to develop custom large language models trained on data for its ServiceNow platform, expanding its AI functionality with new uses for generative AI across the enterprise. CJ Dezay, the president and COO of ServiceNow, said, quote, "As adoption of generative AI continues to accelerate, organizations are turning to trusted vendors with battle-tested, secure AI capabilities to boost productivity, gain a competitive edge, and keep data and IP secure. Together, NVIDIA and ServiceNow will help drive new levels of automation to fuel productivity and maximize business impact." End quote. We'll take a look now at a report published by Next Move Strategy Consulting, which finds that the global market for AI chips is now projected to grow from $28.83 billion USD in 2022 to $304.09 billion by 2030. This is while registering a compound annual growth rate of 29% in the forecast period, going from 2023 to 30. An excerpt from the report's description outlines some factors impacting this market's growth. Quote, "The demand for AI chips is consistently rising due to the increasing adoption of AI in almost every industry and in areas such as voice recognition, object detection, medical or military simulations, intelligent routing, autonomous driving, and much more. The adoption of AI not only reduces costs of operations, but increases efficiency or response time and minimizes the risk to human life at various levels in specific industry verticals." End quote. And that's it for today's AII. If you would like to be a guest or sponsor for this podcast, contact InvestorIdeas.com. Investor Ideas reminds all listeners to read our disclaimers and disclosures on the InvestorIdeas.com website, and this podcast is not an endorsement to buy products or services or securities. Investors are reminded all investment involves risk and possible loss of investment. To hear more InvestorIdeas.com podcasts, please visit InvestorIdeas.com/audio. And a reminder, you can also hear our podcasts on Apple Podcasts, Audible, Spotify, TuneIn, Stitcher, Spreaker.com, iHeartRadio, and most audio platforms available. This podcast was sponsored by AppTech Payments Corp. AppTech is an innovative fintech company whose mission is to deliver a better way for businesses to provide their customers with immersive commerce experiences.